Hey, it's Rob from Eyes, and so I was just reading a quote about how when you're going through struggle, be thankful for it because it makes you stronger. And I read a lot of quotes like that. And how many struggles have you been through? And how many times have those struggles made you stronger? And for all of us, right? And so what I asked when I was reading that, I was just like, what is the missing key here? Because a lot of us feels like we're stuck in this crazy 8 cycle where you just keep doing the same thing over and over and over, and you keep going through the same struggle over and over, and you can't get out of it, and it's just crazy, and like it drives you nuts, right? So how many times am I gonna do this same thing? You're so frustrated, you're trying to lose weight, you're trying to get fit, you're trying to earn more money, whatever it is, right? So from psychology point of view, there is subconscious incompetence. So unconscious, we're not even conscious that there's a problem and we don't know something. Then you have an experience and perhaps somebody tells you the solution, and now you are consciously incompetent. But then you have a choice. You have a choice to either say, okay, wow, let me grow from this and let me change as a person, change my actions, or what majority of the time what people do is they hear the new information and they are scared to change who they are, and they want to stay the same. They're afraid of losing whatever they're going to lose. They're afraid of the unknown, all the same stuff, and they just go back to doing the same thing they were doing. Now maybe, and they're either still unconsciously incompetent, but more likely they're consciously incompetent, but they're just created a new story why that is not going to work. So what we need to be doing, and to get out of that crazy 8 cycle, is to, once you learn some new information, be open and say, well, that's interesting, let me try it. And then you have conscious incompetence, where you consciously are trying something new and it takes a lot of effort and it's awkward and you're making a lot of mistakes, but this is the part where you're growing and where you are getting out of that crazy 8 cycle, where you're not going to make the same mistake again. And eventually you get to the point where it becomes a unconscious competence, just like breathing, walking, where you driving for the most part, right? I'm laughing because some people still really out there, they need to be very conscious when they're driving. But you become consciously competent, and yeah, you don't even have to think about it, it gets done. And that's where you have shifted and become a different person, a better version of yourself. So next time you're saying those quotes about struggle, and next time you are struggling with something, realize that once you are struggling and information is presented, you stand there, and for a brief moment you have a choice, and you choose to stay the same, ignore the new information, and not have the courage to try it out, or you take the leap of faith and you say, what if that is a better way? What if that is the truth? I didn't believe that before, but what if that is true? And understanding that that in order to grow, you have to let go of the old self, and embrace the new self, and knowing that this new self is going to be a better version of you, a higher level of you. And that's how you break out of that crazy 8 cycle, and that's how you make the struggle worthwhile, and you actually are experiencing growth from a struggle. Otherwise, you're just struggling with the same stuff over and over and over again. It's like the what's that movie? The Hedgehog Day? No. Groundhog Day, that's what it was. Until you learn the lesson. And kind of, if you step back and you think about it and you reflect, How often does life present us the same problem over and over? And once we've learned a lesson, the problem's gone. Now you have a higher level of problem, new one. And it's really about learning and growing and getting to the higher level of problems so you can have a better, higher quality of life. And the higher you grow as a human, as a being, the richer the life becomes. That is one of the things that I've discovered myself as I've been growing. There's just bigger, deeper, wider depth to life, and I'm able to experience feelings and emotions and see things in a whole new light the more I grow, and life becomes even more and more precious. And I wish that for everybody. So I encourage you and I dare you to, next time you're struggling with something, embrace the new, say to yourself, what if, and try it. Use your courage. You have unlimited amount of courage. Try it out and grow from it.